It's the first time we've seen it in such a long time. Gray kicks the ball forward, and that has been an important factor, I think, tonight. O'Connor's kick good. So Geelong with a lot of thinking to do. They've had a fine year, but they've got to lose a qualifying final. And they've lost a lot of them in recent years. Dangerfield's long ball forward. Hawkins takes a mark. Well, he's had a lot of chances tonight, Tom, and he hits the post. And McKenzie just gives him one to go on with it. So, what, 6 shots at goal and 5 behinds for the All-Australian Coleman medalist.
5 behinds, 1 out of bounds on the full.
So on paper, when this game gets reviewed in the future, you'll look back, see Hawkins goalless, that McKenzie beat him.
They play each other again. Do you go with the same matchup? That will be intriguing. Rockcliffe's got the high tackle here. What do you reckon, Dose?
Yeah, well, I do, and it's a little bit like the conversation we had with Ken Hinkley at half-time. He wasn't that worried. He just said that my players just need to play a bit better. They know what they need to do, and Port Adelaide delivered. I think that they've got supreme confidence in the style that they want to play and the ability to play that way.
So Port Adelaide down the line here, Tui to Dangerfield. Burn-Jones, who's soaked up a lot of punishment in tonight's game. And Henderson, as Bruce mentioned, has been a real positive for the Cats. Mitch Duncan, overlap run here by Stewart. Stewart goes long, deep and direct, and free kick off the ball will go Port Adelaide's way in the last line of defence against Tom Hawkins.
Tom Jonas. Yeah, Tom Jonas. Your ball.
Gee, what a great moment for Ken. It was his birthday yesterday.
Tom Jonas, clear out, Gary.
And there's been so much talk, and we talked about it at the start of the night. They've been on top of the table since round 1. They have been in the summit for a long, long season from March all the way through to October. And they've earned this victory tonight. Dixon without a mark, quite amazing. 101 consecutive games he's taken a mark in, Charlie. Paddy's tried his heart out. That Lance Franklin-type goal in the third quarter, not enough to bring Chris Scott's men back. Nice set. A competitor. And that premiership now that he won in 2018 becomes very important, how they prepare in the next 2-3 weeks, how they go through it. So the faithful have come along tonight. We haven't had many nights here at the Adelaide Oval where we've had fans screaming and yelling, and Port Adelaide are into their first preliminary final since 2014. First there.
Just hold, Jay. Just wait till they come back.
Yeah.
There's insufficient evidence to say beyond reasonable doubt that the ball was touched.
The call's a goal on field, so they've got to have conclusive evidence to overturn it.
I'll just throw this one up. Yeah, it's a goal.
That's a goal.
I'll just throw this one up. Yeah.
Controversy at the Gabba.
Incredible final turn. So they need 3 goals, the Tigers, in 2.5 minutes. And Rich, who started the match so brilliantly, has a say late in it. 15 consecutive wins by Richmond against Brisbane. They haven't lost at the Gabba for 16 years.
Marlon, hold there.
McCluggage, 8 goals, 21 for the season. He might have just nailed the most important one all year.
So Robinson in the back half. Scholl pushed out of it. McStay's got it, and so have Brisbane. Neat looking kick. McInerney's got it. It's in the hands of the Big O.
Yeah, those 2 reviews going to be talked about. If the pubs were open in Richmond, which they're not. McInerney high. Bolter out in the full. So Richmond have got to go through Adelaide if they want to make a grand final.
Charlie. Yeah.
Charlie Cameron.
Charlie.
3 on the night for him.
Charlie, 1 more metre. Thank you. Good there. Yeah, you can come on the angle.
This is massive for this footy club.
Yours.
Just goes into the pocket and no one able to get on the end of it. They were down and out the lines 4 or 5 years ago. They were, I don't like ever to say laughing stock, but they were a club that had no direction. They couldn't hang on to their players, in debt, in all sorts. And Bruce, they have been incredible tonight.
Superb. Tested so often by the benchmark. The Premiership favourites have thrown everything at them.
Hold there.
Rich has been magnificent. Joel wounded late.
Move it on.
Well, he started the night, Rich. Dinky, lovely kick, almost a big fly. No mark paid. Tigers belted out. And Andrews, who's been a colossus in the back half.
Okay. Move it on. Play on.
Think of the excitement in this town. The grand final is going to be here in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks' time. They've got the home prelim
Play on,
now.
it's out. He tried. Come through, buddy. Come through.
The Brownlow medal favourites been magnificent. 16 years, JB, since they've been into a prelim final.
Listen to that noise. It's a great story. And they had to beat the very best. High ball forward. Here it comes. Listen to this.
Play on.
How good. The Brisbane Lions are through to a prelim final.
To the way Dougal Howard's been enormous. Caleb Daniel take it high, and Caleb Daniel can get the Western Bulldogs back to within 3 points. Arguably the best kick in the competition, mostly off half back, and the smallest man in the game, Caleb Daniel, his most important kick of his career. What can he do? The little man in the helmet, he makes no mistake, it's a 3-point ball game. What about this? This is out of control. They were dead and buried. And all of a sudden, 2 minutes, 3-point ball game. Extraordinary.
Unbelievable, the Bulldogs' ability just to fight and scratch and get a manufacture goals. It hasn't been that fluid. It's just been time of possession, inside 50s, repeat inside 50s, and then they've been really accurate as well.
Well, the best kick in the comp, best field kick, makes no mistake here. And as soon as he received the footy in that contested situation, he just turned the corner and made sure the Saints players had to try and tackle him correctly. And where the umpire was, he just saw the arm come over the shoulder and had to pay it. But what they've been able to do is just capitalise on mistakes, Hodgie.
Yeah, they got their thrown memory. We've got Jared Ruffhead on the boundary yelling out to memory. He's going to swing from the wing around and make an extra 7th, and then they'll have someone as a half forward who's probably a Bradley Hill who's starting half forward, who's going to replace him on the wing. So they're going to try and save the game, run down the last 2 minutes.
2 club seasons on a knife's edge, 4-4 to 1-1 this term. 3 in a row to the Dogs, 26-point margin. It's been whittled down to 3 points. Who holds their nerve? Who handles the moment the best?
Pinned in. No, let him up, please. Paddy, Tim.
Yeah, memory's now running back, and they've got Crozier following him down there, trying to equalise in front of the ball.
Liberatore, partially smothered kick, clean pick up by Sinclair. Hacks it towards half forward. Marshall, Keith, Williams, Gardner, little handball. Jones desperate at ground level. 98 seconds left for one of these clubs.
And the Bulldogs want the ball in motion. St Kilda wanted to bottle it up and keep it close to the boundary line.
Can the Saints find their second in the last term? Can the Dogs take the lead after looking like they were gone? Bontempelli crashes through. Williams
gets around the captain, then works the ball down the line. Who's at home for the Saints? Tim Membry.
And Hodgie called it, and it was the move that came from his old teammate Jared Ruffhead. Let's get to Abby Holmes.
Guys, a good mark by Membry, but Paddy Ryder has just limped to the bench. It's a crutch time in this game. They need him out on the ground, and he is on the interchange.
And that's probably where it would have been, Abby, as that mark was taken. Bontempelli's going to take this one through the corridor. Big contest. Dunkley fisted away by Hunter Clark. Caleb Daniel sweeps the handle out wide. Taylor Duray, he's got a target down the line. Crozier was brave, and Josh Bruce gave away a free kick. That could be unbelievably costly against his old side. And now the Saints have just got 40 seconds to hang on. They'll scramble to man up. As Nick Caulfield will get this as far and wide as he can.
Marshall, the strong hands, he holds up. The clock continues to tick. Coaches out of calls. The game in the lap of the gods, in the hands of the players.
Push in the back, Bulldogs.
One last roll of the dice. Give it back quickly, they say. He does.
Oh, go down.
The clock's going to beat the Dogs. The Saints are going to hang on. Their smallest win in a final since the 1966 Grand Final.
Right now, it's okay to still be loose. Try and get the intercept mark.
Got to find a way to turn this footy over. Cox, brilliant. Big Mason. Oh, there's McGavin, and he wants to go quickly, and he does. That's brilliant. Waterman now.
We've got to get through my check, though, now.
Kennedy again manhandled behind the plate. Ryan, a big fly at the back. Darling slaps it wide. A free kick.
West Coast.
And a free kick's going West Coast way to Jack Darling.
Time back on. Back here, Braden. Push out.
So he's got to kick the goal, but he's got to get on with it. Minute 30 left.
The most accurate of the top 50 goal kickers in the comp.
It's a point the margin. What a game of football we are watching.
Minute 17 on the clock. 1 point ball game, elimination final. Doesn't get bigger than this. Was the free kick there, Linger?
It's there. It's so light that it seems hard, but it's there. It's high contact. You've got to pay those. Comes through.
It's there.
No doubt about that.
So all roads lead back to the centre bounce. It's the two best ruckmen in the game. Brodie Grundy, it'll be Nick Natanui. And this centre clearance might determine who goes through and plays Geelong next Saturday night. It's Darcy Cameron, in fact.
Wow.
So what about that? Natanui shapes up the most important clearance of the year for these two teams. For one side, their year ends in 1 minute and 17 seconds. What will happen next?
Yes.
Natanui, the All-Australian. Well played, Cameron. Got back and got his hands on it. Taylor Adams, it's still spinning around. Noble picked it up, went sideways off his boot. In came Gaff, got it to ground level, Quaid to Taylor Adams. Precious seconds tick off the clock. Bouncing forward to go, he's back out there. Oh, big chance coming up for Josh Thomas. If he can take the mark, it's game on. Now Treloar to the goal square. Will he win it for Collingwood? It bounces back in, and it's still alive.
They've got to go end to end. Waterman, quick release, Gaff. 40 seconds left. Gaff on the 45. That's okay to Kelly. Got to get it in. Cole just couldn't get boot to ball. Pendlebury always with so much time, and this might be enough. Hoskin Elliott, slow it down.
Taylor Adams was so good to come up and get that smother.
Maybe the handball wasn't there to Archie. He was under pressure, frontal pressure.
What a story this is. This might be as good a win as Collingwood have had since the 2010 grand final. The siren's going to sound. They've won it. The unwinnable game. Collingwood have won it.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the Premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Look at that. Accuracy. We spoke about it earlier in the night. They kicked straight. They took their chances. And then they held their nerve when it mattered.